Planet Labs. Planet Labs PBC, formerly Planet Labs, Inc., and Cosmogia, Inc., is an American public Earth imaging company based in San Francisco, California. Their goal is to image the entirety of the Earth daily to monitor changes and pinpoint trends. The company designs and manufactures Triple-CubeSat miniature satellites, called doves, that are then delivered into orbit as secondary payloads on other rocket launch missions. Each dove is equipped with a high-powered telescope and camera programmed to capture different swaths of Earth. Each Dove Earth observation satellite continuously scans Earth, sending data once it passes over a ground station by means of a frame image sensor. The image is gathered by doves, which can be accessed online, and some of which is available under an open data access policy, provide up-to-date information relevant to climate monitoring, crop yield prediction, urban planning, and disaster response. With acquisition of BlackBridge in July 2015, Planet Labs had 87 Dove and 5 RapidEye satellites launched into orbit. In 2017, Planet launched an additional 88 Dove satellites, and Google sold its subsidiary Terra Bella and its SkySat satellite constellation to Planet Labs. By September 2018, the company had launched nearly 300 satellites, 150 of which are active. In 2020, Planet Labs launched 6 additional high-resolution SkySats, SkySats 1621, and 35 Dove satellites. Through a deal funded by Norway's Climate and Forests Initiative NICFI, Planet and its partners Airbus and KSAT are providing access to high-resolution basemaps of 64 tropical countries to help combat deforestation. Following a January 2021 launch of 48 Planet SuperDoves, the company now operates a global constellation of over 200 active satellites. In July of 2021, Planet Labs announced that they plan to become a public company and list on the New York's Stock Exchange through a merger with the SPAC DMY Technology Group Inc. Roman IV. The deal would value Planet at US $2.08 B. The business combination was completed on December 7, 2021. Planet registered as a public benefit corporation and formally changed its name to Planet Labs PBC. The stock began trading on the New York Stock Exchange on December 8, 2021. History. Planet Labs was founded in 2010 as Cosmogia by former NASA scientists Chris Boshuizen, Will Marshall, and Robbie Shingler. The initial goal of the company was to make use of information gathered from space to help with life on Earth. The group of scientists considered the problem with most satellites to be their large and clunky form, prompting them to build inexpensive and compact satellites to be manufactured in bulk, called CubeSats. The small group began building Planet's first satellite in a California garage. Planet Labs launched 2 demonstration CubeSats, Dove 1 and Dove 2, in April 2013. Both Dove 1 aboard Antare's 110 rocket and Dove 2 aboard a Soyuz rocket were placed in a sun-synchronous orbit. Dove 3 and Dove 4 were launched in November 2013. In June 2013, it announced plans for Flock-1, a constellation of 28 Earth-observing satellites. The Flock-1 CubeSats were brought to the International Space Station in January 2014 and deployed via the NanoRacks CubeSat deployer in mid-February. The company planned to launch a total of 131 satellites by mid-2015. In January 2015, the firm raised $95 million in funding. As of May 2015, Planet Labs raised a total amount of $183 million in venture capital financing. In July 2015, Planet Labs acquired BlackBridge and its RapidEye constellation. On April 18, 2017, Google completed the sale of Terra Bella and its SkySat satellite constellation to Planet Labs. As part of the sale, Google acquired an equity stake in Planet and entered into a multi-year agreement to purchase SkySat imaging data. On January 21, 2018, a Dove Pioneer CubeSat was part of the payload of a Rocket Lab Electron rocket, the first orbital entry craft launched from a privately owned and operated spaceport at Maya Peninsula in New Zealand. In July 2018, Planet laid off somewhat less than 10% of its workforce. In September 2018, the company had launched a total of 298 satellites, 150 of which were still active. On December 18, 2018, Planet announced they were in the process of acquiring the St. Louis company Boundless Spatial, Inc., a geospatial data software solutions company. The portfolio of Boundless will help improve data subscription services and aid in Planet's long-term goal of increasing cooperation between the company and the U.S. government. On 3 July 2020, it was mentioned in the news that the company had more than 120 active satellites at the time, providing daily imaging coverage over all of the world's landmass. In August 2020, Planet completed its SkySat constellation of 21 satellites by launching the final 3 SkySats on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. Flock satellite constellations. Planet's PlanetScope satellite constellation is designed to observe Earth. By using several small satellites, CubeSats, the constellation produces 3 to 5 meters high-resolution images of Earth. The flock collects images from latitudes that are within 52 degrees of Earth's equator. A large portion of the world's agricultural regions and population lie within the area imaged by the flock. Initially, the mission used the ISS International Space Station and different track launch vehicles to get in orbit. Planet's DOVE satellites are CubeSats that weigh 4 kilograms, 8.8 lb, 1,000 times lower than legacy commercial imaging satellites, 10 by 10 by 30 centimeters, 3.9 in x 3.9. Flock 2, consisting of 20 DOVE satellites, was launched on 23 March 2016 on the Cygnus CRSO Amina's 6 cargo mission. Flock 2, consisting of 12 DOVE satellites, and Flock 3, consisting of 88 DOVE satellites, were launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, India by ISRO Indian Space Research Organization PSLV-C-37 on 22 June 2016 and 15 February 2017, respectively. Flock 3 was the largest satellite fleet ever launched. Flock 2, consisting of 48 DOVE satellites, launched on 14 July 2017 aboard Soyuz Minus 2.1. Flock 3, consisting of just 4 DOVE satellites, was launched on 31 October 2017 on a Minotaur C rocket, along with 6 of Planet's SkySat satellites. Flock 3, which consists of 4 DOVE satellites, was launched in India ISRO's PSLV-C-40 mission on 12 January 2018. Flock 3s, consisting of 3 satellites, launched on 3 December 2018 aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. Flock 3, consisting of 12 DOVE satellites, was launched on 26 December 2018 at 5:00 UTC. The flock was launched on a Soyuz rocket from the Vostochny Cosmodrome in Russia into a sun-synchronous orbit. Flock 4, launched on April 2019, consisting of 20 satellites with improved imaging technology. The flock was delivered to 504 km sun-synchronous orbit on ISRO's PSLV-C-45 rocket. Flock 4, consisting 12 SuperDoves with multiple spectral bands and other improvements, was launched at 3:58 UTC on 27 November 2019 by PSLV-C-47 into a sun-synchronous orbit. Flock 4, consisting of 5 SuperDoves, was planned to be launched into a 500 km SSO orbit on board Electron on 4 July 2020. However, due to a failure during the second stage burn, the payloads failed to reach orbit. Flock 4, consisting of 9 SuperDoves, was successfully launched on Rocket Lab's Electron rocket on October 28, 2020. Flock 4s, consisting of 48 SuperDoves, was successfully launched on SpaceX's Transporter-1 mission. This record-breaking launch successfully deployed 143 satellites, the most ever on a single mission. RapidEye RapidEye was a 5-satellite constellation producing 5 meters 16 ft resolution imagery that Planet acquired from the German company BlackBridge. The satellites were built by Surrey Satellite Technology Limited SSTL of Guildford, subcontracted by MacDonald Detwiler MDA of Richmond, Canada. Each satellite was based on an evolution of the flight-proven. They were launched on 29 August 2008 on a Dnepr rocket from Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Each of RapidEye's 5 satellites contained identical GINA Optronic spaceborne scanner JSS-56 multispectral push-broom sensor imagers. The 5 satellites traveled on the same orbital plane at an altitude of 630 km, and together were capable of collecting over 4 million kilometers 2.5 stin, 6 mi of 5 meters 16 ft resolution, 5-band color imagery every day. They collected data in the blue 440-510 nm, green 520-590 nm, red 630-690 nm, red edge 690-730 nm, and near-infrared 760-880 nm. The RapidEye constellation was officially retired in April 2020. SkySat. SkySat is a constellation of sub-meter resolution Earth observation satellites that provide imagery, high-definition video and analytics services. Planet acquired the satellites with their purchase of Terra Bella, formerly Skybox Imaging, a Mountain View, California-based company founded in 2009 by Dan Birkenstock, Julian Mann, John Fenwick, and Qingyu Hu, from Google in 2017. The SkySat satellites are based on the CubeSat concept, using inexpensive automotive-grade electronics and fast commercially available processors, but scaled up to approximately the size of a mini-fridge. The satellites are approximately 80 centimeters 31 in long, compared to approximately 30 centimeters 12 in for a 3U CubeSat, and weigh 100 kilograms 220 lb. The first SkySat satellite, SkySat-1, was launched on a Dnepr rocket from Yasny, Russia on 21 November 2013, and the second, SkySat-2, launched on a Soyuz -2/Fregat rocket from Baikonur, Kazakhstan on 8 July 2014. 4 more SkySat units were launched on 16 September 2016 by the Vega rocket's 7th flight from Kourou, and 6 more SkySat satellites, along with 4 Triple-CubeSats, were launched on a Minotaur C rocket from Vandenberg Air Force Base on 31 October 2017. In 2020, Planet lowered their constellation of 15 SkySats from an altitude of 500 kilometers to 450 kilometers to improve the resolution of orthorhombified imagery from 80 centimeters to 50 centimeters. On June 13, 2020, SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket successfully launched SkySats 16, 17, and 18 along with a batch of its Starlink communications satellites. SkySats 19, 20, and 21 were launched on August 18, 2020 on SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket. This completed the SkySat fleet of 21 high-resolution satellites. When launched, the SkySat constellation was orbiting at an altitude of 450 kilometers, 280 mi, and has a multispectral, panchromatic, and video sensor. It has a spatial resolution of 0.9 meters in its 400-900 nm panchromatic band, making it the smallest satellite to be put in orbit capable of such high-resolution imagery. The multispectral sensor collects data in blue 450-515 nm, green 515-595 nm,